श्रीमती वंदना चौहान।
So I stand to support the bill. Though the bill is very small, I feel it has very big repercussions. No doubt that it is a very small change from New Delhi to India arbitration bill. But sir, what seemed to be very city-centric now reflects the aspirations of India to become an international hub in arbitration, so which is very welcome, and therefore the right thing to do. However, there is a mystery, sir, that when this law itself was applicable pan-India, also there was an existing Delhi arbitration center. Why and how did we ever think of making a new Delhi International Arbitration Center and pass an act here? Sir, this just shows that it is a callous way of drafting bills, and therefore I would like the Honourable Minister to reflect in his response as to how this happened and this should not be repeated again. Sir, I take this opportunity to introspect whether the bill, that original principle act that we have passed, whether it has achieved its objectives. Whether speedy disposal is happening? No. Whether it is cost effective? No. Whether with minimum or no judicial interference? Again, no. Sir, small commercial organizations are suffering. They are not able to come to these arbitration centers because it is extremely expensive and therefore inaccessible to them. Sir, while passing this bill and changing the name of the center itself, sir, I feel that we need to think about changing the ecosystem. Sir, not only does it need a very good infrastructure, by which I mean not only furniture, fixtures and facilities, but we should provide meeting rooms where people who cannot afford five-star hotels or expensive venues to hold an arbitration meeting, the government should make available small meeting rooms where all kind of technology is available. Technology where they can have virtual meetings, technology where they can have video conferencing, and many other things which need to be provided by the government itself. Apart from this, sir, we have to realize the need of the MSMEs. The rich, the big companies, they can afford big lawyers, they can afford big law firms. But what about the MSMEs, sir? We have not at all spoken about them. Today, MSME is the backbone of our economy after agriculture. They constitute, sir, almost 49.8% of India's export. They contribute 30.3% of India's GDP. Now, if these people want to make arbitration, take up arbitration proceedings, how do they do it? They cannot afford it, sir. And therefore, I would like to read some statistics, which is very interesting. A recent report, sir, by who I will not say because of shortage of time, it showed that 80% of annual delayed payments amounting to a whopping 8.73 lakh crore were owed to micro and small suppliers. Interestingly, sir, 72.4% of such instances can be avoided provided there is an effective and efficient way to tackle this menace. That is the arbitration courts. So because they cannot go there, my one last point, sir, they are not able to do it, and therefore the government has to devise a system where the MSMEs are given redressal and cheap redressal. That is what is the basic objective of this act. My last point, sir, apart from this, as I said, big companies can afford big lawyers, pay any amount of fees that they can afford. Again, sir, there is a new venue for young lawyers. Young lawyers can handle MSME cases at a reasonable price. But, sir, being in law college, I'm sure those who have passed, taken a law degree from law colleges know very well that arbitration law is an optional subject. So if we are going to have an international center, I think that we must have a specialized course, maybe after the 5-year course or the 3-year course, a specialized, say, a certification course where they are equipped with all the knowledge which is required for international arbitration center. Not just this, sir, but they need to be given other inputs as to how they would handle cases in very low prices. I think this is a thing which the government needs to apply its mind. And apart from creating a world-class center, a hub, we have to make sure that the human resources is also provided with. Thank you, sir, for giving me that extra little time for my intervention. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Member Shri Ghanshyam Tiwari ji.